Hi. I think I've got this backwards. Hold on. Hi. Okay, whatever. It's working. Hi! It is me, Alexis, this tiny journey, back again with an episode. Today the episode is not going to be tiny house related. I'm sorry. But I have gotten a lot of new followers, which I'm so grateful for. So thank you so much for following me on this shit show I call life. And so then I thought, you know what? I'm going to do one of those, get to know me questions type videos, because I've realized that, I talk a bunch of shit online, but, I don't really talk much about myself or, things like that. I think I talk about the things that happen to me and the things that I do, but I don't talk about me. So I thought that I would get to do that, a whole get to know me questions. And full throttle, it's gonna be 50 questions. I mean, this list is extensive. It's got over 200 questions, but we're gonna do 50. So strap on, everyone. I don't know why I said that. I know it's 30 behind me, so please don't comment about it, because I don't fucking care. I like it. It's got a cool eccentric look. And when I clean it, then I get mad that I moved my books. They're the books I use often, and so yeah. Anyways, also it's Saturday night and I'm 26, so I wanted to have some semblance of a life. So I've got my wine in my little peanut jar cup. I have wine glasses. I just wasn't taking it down, so if I start going woo, it's because of the wine. I shouldn't. But anyways, let's get started. Question number 1. Hold on. What are your hobbies? So at the moment, my hobby includes reading. Pretty much, I read all the time. I read every day. Last year, I think last year in 7 months, I read 72 books, which isn't a lot. But it is a lot when you're a single mom and you work and you got all that other stuff. So I read a lot. And this year my goal is to read 365 books. A goal my sisters don't think that I will reach, but it's not about reaching the goal. It's about making a really big goal and attaining a really big number of books. So 365 books is what I'm going to read this year. What do I read? Because I know that's going to be the next question anybody wants to know. Young adult fantasy. You can get to my bookshelf. I don't know, I'm pointing. Young adult fantasy, adult fantasy, adult romance, the good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much my only hobby at the moment. And then, doing this YouTube, the podcasting, but I don't really consider that a hobby. Content creating is just a second job to me that I don't make money from, but whatever. I do it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you collect anything? So, fun fact, I used to collect snow globes. Everywhere I went, I would collect a snow globe. I had snow globes from all the countries I visited. But then I had cats for a while. And so, the cat, broke one of the snow globe. And then, my ex broke another one of my snow globe. He didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. And then I was like, okay, this snow globe thing is starting to get a little bit frustrating, right? Because once you break a snow globe, especially when it's from another country, you're not getting that back. And so after I had Nalini, I was like, fuck that, I'm not collecting snow globes anymore. But that was the last thing I collected was snow globes. And I guess you could say I collect books, but I don't consider myself a book collector because they're my babies. After Nalini is my books. So what are you passionate about? Okay, so this is gonna be a really weird answer, but I've thought long and hard about what I'm passionate about. And I'm passionate about 2 things. 1, anthropology. It's not something I want to do in my life, but I absolutely love it. It's what I'm also getting my master's in. I love it. I love the whole field of anthropology. I love the research that we put out. I love what I learned. All of it. I just have zero desire to actually work in anthropology. And the second thing I'm passionate about is, okay, this is actually 3 things. Life. Okay. No, okay, there's only 2 things. I'm saying it wrong. The second thing I'm passionate about is happiness, and then like spreading that happiness out to people. And the reason why happiness became a passion in my life is because like happiness is like my end goal. Like like I have a lot of goals in life. I have like a lot of values and all that fun stuff like everybody else does. But like happiness for me is the end all be all. And spreading that happiness with as much people as I possibly can, that brings me passion. That's why I do this page. That's why I do a lot of things. Why do I keep saying that's why I do a lot of things? That's why I started a business. My businesses, like, I love being happy. It saved my life. And so, like, spreading that happiness with other people is what I'm passionate about. So, yeah. Number 4. What is your most prized possession? Probably my house. Like, yeah, I don't really like hold on to things. So it would probably at this point have to be my house. I'm trying to think if I have any prized possessions. I'm a cheap bitch, y'all. Like just my house at this point. Just the house. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? The greatest accomplishment of my life. I don't really think I've done anything yet. Probably when I get my master's degree, that will be the greatest accomplishment of my life at the moment. Actually, I would say maybe starting my businesses. The greatest accomplishment of my life is starting my businesses because it was something I was afraid to do for so long. And I know what everyone's saying. Alexis, you're a mom. How is that not? To me, and this, I'm not saying as motherhood in general, but to me, in my life, being a mom isn't an accomplishment. It's just kind of this thing I do. It's like, it's like being myself isn't an accomplishment. And so to me, being a mom, for me, isn't an accomplishment. To other people, it is. And I think that's so fucking great. And I totally applaud, the women that, like, this is my greatest accomplishment. Because it's definitely a wild ride being a mom. But that's just not mine. And, don't at me. What is on your bucket list? That's a great question. Because, okay, I don't make bucket lists. Because there's very few things in my life that, like, I think that I want to do, and then, like, I don't do. So, okay, come here, Felipe. Come here. I gotta pick you up. You can't jump up here. There you go. So I don't really have a bucket list or anything on it. I kind of just, if I think of something, I do it. So, who turned it on? Artemis? Oh, you turned on when you jumped. I see, baby. Golly, maybe skydiving? Maybe. Okay. What is your favorite recent memory? What the hell? Stop. Favorite recent memory. Probably taking Boss to Dinosaur World. Hey, thank you. Get out of my face. Taking Boss to Dinosaur World because like we go and she runs around and she goes on the playground and she plays with other kids and it's really the cutest thing ever. Please stop licking me. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. And it's the cutest thing ever. And so, oh my baby. And so that's probably my most favorite. And then she like hugs the little kid that she's on. Every time they go down the slide, she's like, good job. And it makes my heart melt because, she doesn't have many friends. She was born in 2019, right before COVID. And so she didn't really get to play with kids her own age until recently. So, yeah. What is your best childhood memory? Wow, they're really just hitting with these questions today, aren't they? Okay, can you please stop? Thank you. No ma'ams. No, I don't like when you snip my face. You're trying to lick my little lips. It's gross. Thank you. What is your best childhood memory? Okay, this one I actually know. So my best childhood memory. So when I was in middle school, I was convinced that I was going to be a marine biologist because I loved sharks, like loved them. And so I wanted to study sharks. You have to be a marine biologist to study sharks. So I begged my dad for weeks to take us to the Marine Science Center for weeks. And then he was finally like, one day he was just like, yeah, okay, I'll take you guys today. So, and it was like one of those days where we didn't have school. So it was like a weekday. It was super fun. So he took us to the Marine Science Center. And my dad is Nigerian. So my dad didn't do anything with us. Like, hardly ever. Don't know why. But yeah, that was it. So for him to take us somewhere was like a big freaking deal. So I got me and my sisters all dressed up. I had to iron out my own clothes at like 10, and he took us to the Marine Science Center. I went around and I was just amazed. I had like my little notebook where I was taking my notes on all the animals I saw, and then afterwards, there, you know, like, I don't know, it's like in a when you go to these type of places, these attractions, they always have those like little pamphlets of other things to do in the area. So another thing to do in the area was the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse. We'd never been to a lighthouse before, and so we asked my dad, like, hey Daddy, can we go to this lighthouse since we're out here? And he said yeah. And so he took us to the lighthouse. We wanted to tour the museum they had there, the lighthouse. He got us like a gift in the gift park, and it was just like a really fun day with my dad, and I can literally count on one hand how many of those I had growing up. And so that is my best childhood memory. Yeah. What is your favorite holiday? What is my favorite holiday? I don't really celebrate holidays much anymore. Probably Valentine's Day. I fucking love Valentine's Day. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care if it's commercialized love, whatever. I buy myself chocolates if I'm single. I sit up and watch romance movies all day. Maybe I'll get myself a little teddy bear. Like, I love Valentine's Day, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah. Oddly enough, though, the only 2 Valentine's Day I had with like a boyfriend, he made me cry. Both years. That should have been red flag number 1. Actually, that should have been the deal breaker, but whatever. I'm done. Okay. Who knows you best? This is question number 10. This is a hard one because I don't want to say no one really knows me. I'm just not very vulnerable with anybody, pretty much. Maybe my best friend Georgette probably knows me best because we're basically the same person, just different bodies. So, yeah. 11. What family member are you closest to? So I'm closest to both my sisters equally, which isn't that much. Like, we're closer now than we were like kids. But again, like, we're not a very emotional bunch of people. Like, I'm an emotional person, but I'm not very emotional with people or like intimate with people. So we're close, but like, if I like burst into tears, I wouldn't call them. But if I needed somebody to go to Walmart with me, I'd call her. I'm having a hoot and a ball over here. Okay, so what skill would you most like to learn? Reading micro expressions. I don't know if that's a real skill, but that's what I want to learn the most, is reading micro expressions. Like, I've always been fascinated with body language, especially micro expressions, and that would be a skill I'd most like to learn. Or just being more aware. Like, I'm a very clueless person sometimes, and I want to be like more aware of my surroundings and like just my memory and shit like that. Cool. 13. Where is the coolest place you travel? Hands down, the coolest place I travel is Iceland. I love Iceland. It's one of my favorite countries to go to. It's fucking beautiful. Expensive as hell. Was not expecting that. The people are so nice. So nice out there. The food's okay. But yeah, Iceland's about to be the coolest place I've traveled, and I'm definitely trying to get back there. Ma'am. No, I'm doing the YouTube. Okay. What does your average weekend look like? Okay, this is really easy to answer because I do the same goddamn thing every fucking weekend. So Saturday mornings, I clean or like I edit YouTube videos or just stupid dumb shit, and then I pick up Boss Baby from her dad's house, and then we'll go to, if the weather is permitting, we'll go to Dinosaur World because we bought a year pass. We do that now. We'll go to Dinosaur World, spend a couple hours there. We'll come home. Relax a bit because running around Dinosaur World is kind of tiring. Then I'll take her out for a little bit. We'll run around outside here. Then we might visit my sister when she gets home. And then we just play. We chill out the rest of the night. And every Saturday, I'm like, okay, tonight when Boss goes to bed, I'm going to watch a movie. I never watch a movie. I'm either on TikTok or read a book until we go to bed. Artemis, you have to literally get out of my face. You were in my mouth. In my mouth. And then Sunday is Fifth Sunday Funday. So Sunday is when I go grocery shopping with my sister, take Boss, which is always a shit show, but she's adorable. And then I'm supposed to meal prep. I never make it around to meal prepping. Like, by the time we're done with all the grocery shopping, I get home and put everything away. Boss has had her nap. She wants me to run around, play with her. I'm trying to clean things. I never actually get to the actual cooking part, which is kind of funny because that's what half of Sunday is supposed to be. And that is literally how I spend all my weekends. So, but this weekend, Boss is at her dad's for the whole weekend because she's got a little cute birthday party to go to for her cousins. So now I'm recording on a Saturday night when I usually do this on like Thursday. So yeah. And Friday nights is when I usually try to have like a date night or something. Tell me about your longest running friendship. My longest running friendships, I've been friends with my friend Sydney for 22 years now. We've been friends since 2000. We don't talk much anymore, though. I think it's mostly because we're just at very different parts of our lives. I mean, she's only a year younger than me, but we're just at different parts of our lives. She's Christian. I'm pagan. She doesn't like that, so we don't talk much, but that is my longest running friendship. My earliest memory. So what are your earliest memories? Next one. And dogs. My earliest memory would have to be, my mother had this like little ugly, weird keychain thing, and me and my brother were fighting over it. I was probably like 3 or 4 because we were still living in New York, but we hadn't moved to Florida yet. And my mom snatched it from us because we were fighting over it, and then yelled about like none of us can have it. And it's like a foggy thing in my head. Like, I remember it happening, but like there's no substance. And she had that like little ugly keychain thing for like the longest time. It was like a square, and it had like arms and legs, and it was yellow. It was so weird. Yeah, give me 1 second. I could edit this stuff out, but I'm texting on my laptop. I think this is so fun. But why? Why am I gonna edit it out? Blah, blah. Okay, cool. What are we on to next? What makes you unique? I hate this question. This is so stupid. Everybody's unique. But something that makes me unique, I think, is my complete lack of caring. No, I'm kidding. I do care about what other people think about me. But I think what makes me unique is that I care more about what I think about myself than I do other people. So I still behave completely fucking ridiculous. Like this. And I dance in public. On purpose. Which I never see anybody else doing. It's always me dancing by myself in public. Everybody should dance in public. I do not know how y'all be hearing music and then not dance. Like, it's just, my body moves. Or like grocery shopping without headphones and music. Could never. That shit bores the shit out of me. Who is your hero? Me. I don't have heroes. The concept was always weird to me. Like, what do you mean? I am my own hero. Wow, that sounds very conceited. I'm okay with that. I don't know, like, growing up, I never, like, glorified anybody else. I never had I never had that veneration for anybody else. Anytime I would have those questions, I would just say my mom. But she's not my hero. Don't tell her that though. I mean, she can't hear you anyways. But what am I saying? So 19, who is the smartest person you ever met? Book smarts would have to be one of my exes. He was really, really book smart. The common sense of a bag of rice, which is saying something because I have the common sense of a bag of cooked rice. So he was really smart, super dumb, really awful, but yeah. 20. What is one thing that instantly makes your day better? Taylor Swift music. I love the Teeth Whistle. I love her. Love her, love her, love her. To death. I lied. The smartest person I've ever met would probably be my thesis advisor. Because she's, like, amazingly smart. Scratch the X. Her. Elizabeth. She's awesome. Okay, you're gonna hurt Felipe. Alrighty. What question are we on now? 21. When did you first feel like an adult? I don't ever feel like an adult. Yeah, never. Adulting where? I'm just a child. 22. Whose opinion do you care most about? Again, my own. Yeah, I'm sure if I had a partner, then I might care about their opinion as well. But I don't. So I really just care about my own opinion most. If Nalini was older, I would, care about her opinion too. But at this point, I'm like a goddess to her. So, yeah. 23. What is the most important decision you have ever made so far? The decision to have a baby. Yep, that was the most important one I've ever made. What have I done? Everything else has just kind of been like, but that was pretty important one. So cool. 24. Sorry, I thought I said 23 twice. Aside from necessities, what one thing could you not go a day without? My phone. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm a millennial to the T. I cannot go at all without my phone. My phone has never even died. Like, my phone, it never dies. If I'm like out of my house, my phone's on 5%, I will stop at a gas station and buy a charger before I let my phone die. So I got a charger in my car. I have a charger at home, so I always have a charger. I once was at my friend's house, and I didn't have my car, so I didn't have the charger. So I made him go out. I made him take me out to buy a charger so I could charge my phone. And it has nothing to do with social media. Like, I'm on TikTok now because I've got absolutely nothing else to fucking do. But I can spend my whole day not on social media. But I always have this fear that, like, the one time my phone is going to be dead, then somebody's going to call and it's going to be an emergency. Like, that was one thing my mom ingrained in me, is to always have your phone on in case of an emergency, in case somebody needs to get a hold of you. And so even when I sleep, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, right, because I don't want people waking me up. But I have, like, specific people that can, like, call and text and things like that. So that's one thing I couldn't live without, is my phone. And I'm okay with that. I'm not even sad about it. What do you enjoy spending money on? Books, bitches. All the books. I like spending money on books. I love spending money on traveling. Those are my two things. Like, when it comes to books and traveling, those are the only two things I spend money on that I don't even hesitate. Like, I don't hesitate, I don't blink, I don't think. I buy, and I worry about that rest of the shit later. And so far, my life has been great. So, those two things. What is something that always makes you smile? Oh, my boss baby's laughing. Oh, she's so cute. And when she smiles, I melt. I love her so much. 27. What are you most thankful for? My life. Like, the shit me and my sisters have been through would break a lot of people. But we're not. Like, I don't know, how we did it, but we're still going strong, still smiling, still laughing. Every fucking day I wake up and I like look at my house, I look at my daughter playing, and I just so much gratitude, y'all. I don't think you understand how much gratitude I have for my life. Like, I'm living my dream life. I'm not even fucking rich. I literally quit my job with not that much in my bank account. But I just love my life, and I'm so grateful for all of the privileges that I have. Just so grateful. 28. What are you most looking forward to? Fucking traveling again. I want to travel again so bad. No, I will not be taking my boss baby with me. I don't believe in traveling with toddlers. I mean, I'll visit family with toddlers, but I don't believe in taking like trips out of the country with 3-year-olds. No, thank you. So traveling again. I'm looking forward to getting my businesses up so that they're supporting me, and I'm making money that way, and then I'm traveling. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. 29. What do you wish more people understand about you? I'm a pretty open person, so okay, I wish people understood more that I don't give 2 fucks and my house is a mess. I don't care. Nobody else lives here but me and Boss, and Boss don't care. And I wish people understand that, so they would stop telling me about it. Like, oh, your house is a mess. And okay, we have this weird conception that like a messy house means a certain thing about a person, but if I didn't show people my house, nobody would ever know that I was messy, and like, I don't leave my house messy when people come over, right? So like, if you come over, my house is fucking clean. It might not be clean to some people's standards because I have shit, but like, my house is clean, and I don't give a fuck if people don't like that. It's messy. What is the greatest challenge or struggle you have ever faced? Single parenthood. This shit sucks. I love Boss Baby to the moon and back. I would do anything for her. But this parenthood shit is not for me. It ain't the business. I love her, but I really plan on never having any more kids because this was a struggle. It's a challenge. And I know people are like, oh, with a partner it's better. I really doubt it. I still have to go through pregnancy again, which pregnancy was really, really bad for me. I still have to go through the newborn stage again, and the newborn stage was awful. Just like, oh my, so stressful, so much anxiety. And then to do the toddler, I can't. I don't think so. Nope. One and done. So I think I'm actually going to stop this at 31 questions because we are at like 27 minutes. That's a long time to be talking. We'll call it 45 minutes. We could do it. What is the biggest risk you ever took? Quitting my jobs multiple times to sit at home. I'm kidding. I don't quit my job to sit at home. No, yeah, but quitting my job to pursue my goals is probably the biggest risk I've ever taken. And last time I did it, I quit my job to just kind of raise Boss because she was, at that age where she was just learning so much so fast. I felt like I was missing everything. And then like COVID happened, and then like, shit like that. But this time I quit my job to build my businesses, which is a pretty big risk if you ask me, because I'm starting from ground zero. So, oh, you can jump up here? Since when? Anyways, so I'm really, really excited about that, but it was still a really big risk to take. But go big or go home, baby! 32. What is the most ridiculous nightmare you have ever had? Golly gee, I don't even remember nightmares that I have anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't remember. Tell us an embarrassing story. So, okay, I saw this one before, and I was really trying to think of an embarrassing story. But the thing is, like, I feel embarrassment, but I don't get embarrassed. Like I feel the emotion, but I don't hold on to it, so I don't remember these things because, like, Yeah. Most of the time, yeah. I don't really get embarrassed. I just like laugh too. I'm just like, oh fuck, that sucks. But I guess something that's embarrassing, and I guess it's not like yeah, it wasn't embarrassing in the moment because I'm myself, but it's embarrassing when I tell people. So the first time I got on TikTok, I didn't know anything about TikTok. Actually, I had to ask my sister, like, how does TikTok even work? She had to explain it to me. So I got on TikTok and I kept seeing TikToks about sneaky links and sneaky links and sneaky links. And so for the longest time, I thought a sneaky link was like a link someone sent you that had a virus. And so then I was thinking, like, why is everyone going around sending each other these virusy links? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then, like, it was just, like, one TikTok I saw where I don't even remember what it was about, but it finally clicked. Like, oh, these are, like, sex partners. That's all I know. That's what this is. And so, yeah. When I tell people that, I get a bit embarrassed because they're like, they laugh at me. And it's funny, so you can laugh too. Hold on, I'm texting again. Oh, I can't spell. Able to do, but I can't. I'm a weenie. This is called an intermission, y'all. Everything's fine. So wholesome. I spelled so wrong. Wholesome. Bam. Okay. So, intermission done. Explain an inside joke you have with a friend or family member. Oh my gosh. Me and my best friend had this inside joke. It was actually me and my best friend and my ex, but... Well, my ex. But irrelevant. So she used to be on that site like 9gag or whatever, and one day she saw this like post, and it was like a book, and it was literally just a page of the book, and the first page it was like chapter 1, and like the whole book was just written in this like the worst grammar English possible, and we just thought it was so freaking funny. So just like randomly sometimes we would just go up to each other like chapter 1. So yeah. Also, my best friend, her nickname is Martinez, and that's not even her last name, so that's also an inside joke. 35. If your pet could talk, what do you think they might say about you? They'll be like, this bitch that let me lick her mouth. I was kidding. I don't know. They'll say she feeds us. We sleep all day. She tries to take us outside, but it's cold. I take them outside, I guess. 36. Tell me your life story in exactly one sentence. My life is a shit show. That was pretty good. I'm proud of that. I should write a poem about that. What is the strangest coincidence that ever happened to you? Okay, so I hugely believe in manifestation. Okay? And I don't necessarily believe in coincidences, but I do believe in manifestation. And I've pretty much manifested everything in my life, even like some of this just crazy, stupid, dumb shit. For instance, would that really be considered a coincidence? This one is pretty much a coincidence. So a couple months ago, I was going around telling everybody, my family, friends, that I wanted to, with my tax return money, I wanted to buy a car. Like an actual car, because I got an SUV. So I was like, I want to have the SUV and the car, because my SUV is a gas guzzler, and it has my premium gas for it, because it's an Acura. And I wanted a car just to go, because I was driving around a lot. I said, with my tax money, I'll get a car. So why, y'all, the literal day after I filed my fucking taxes. The stupid thing, check engine light comes on. I take it to the people, and they tell me my catalytic converter's out. I'm gonna basically need a new fucking car. Bruh! Talk about a fucking manifestation coincidence. I'm so mad about it still. I'm not using my tax returns on my car. But it's the principle. So yeah, that's a coincidence for me. 38. What is your favorite random fact? A fox is the only dog or canine a fox is the only animal in the canine family that has retractable claws. It's a cat dog. And female foxes are vixens and male foxes are tods. I'm not gonna. What's that TikTok audio? Something about who's Todd? Anyways, that's my most random fun fact. I don't even remember why I know that. What is your useless talent? I read very fast. Very fast. Completely useless in the real world, but yeah. What is the strangest food combination you enjoy? I don't really. The strangest food combo I enjoy. Chocolate chips and snow cups? Oh, man, this isn't very strange, but like during like fall, like October time, I'll make this like pumpkin coffee concoction thing that I love. I don't know if it's strange though. If you could choose one superpower, I hate this question, I'm gonna skip it. What is your strangest irrational fear? Internal bleeding. Internal bleeding is my strangest irrational fear. I am convinced that I'm gonna like bump into something and then internal bleeding. So I skipped 2 questions over. This is gonna be 41. Okay, cool. Describe your most eccentric family member. Plot twist, it's me. I am the most eccentric family member. Oh my golly. Have you ever met a celebrity? Which celebrity did you meet? I have actually met quite a few celebrities because I used to work at the Tampa airport. Best job I've ever had. I loved working there. So I've met Plies. I've met Randy Jackson. I've met Paul O'Neill from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Seriously, he was like the nicest person ever. He gave me $500. And was like, use it for the people behind me, but you can keep the last 100. So I did keep the last 100, and then I spent the other 400 on like people that came through until, because I worked at like a little convenience store thing until I ran out. And that lady, I don't know her name, and John Tucker Must Die, the blonde lady, I've met her as well. I think it's about it. Yeah. And I met a football player that played for like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I don't know anything about football, so. What is the craziest thing you ever did on a dare? I've never done anything on a dare. What songs are on the soundtrack of your life? Pretty much the last 3 Taylor Swift albums. Yeah, pretty much the last 3 Taylor Swift albums. The soundtrack of my life. What actor would you choose to play in your biopic? Eesh. I don't know many actors and actresses. I don't know. These questions are getting harder. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick like the last one. This is gonna be last question of the night, y'all. What would your warning label say? Warning. What would my warning label say? Let's see. I'm overly optimistic. I wouldn't say I'm crazy. Okay, warning. No sense of self-preservation. I have no sense of self-preservation, y'all. Like, if you follow my dating stories on Instagram, you will know I have no sense of self-preservation. I'm working on it, though. My ex got me a taser. The father of my child. So now I have a taser. Ooh, for free. But yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. I think I've given you guys a lot of fun things about me. Some of them are really odd questions, I'm not going to fucking lie, but it was really, really fun. So I hope you got to learn a little bit more about Alexis here at this tiny journey. I promise I'll also post more tiny house stuff, but I like to do a little bit of tiny house stuff and then like a little bit of just like me stuff because I think I'm awesome. And tiny house stuff can get a little boring. A little bit. A little bit. So yeah, if you have any questions for me, y'all know what to do. You can comment below. You can @ me on Instagram. You can DM me on Instagram. I'm always down with the answering the questions. And thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed our time together. Have a great weekend. Blessed be.